Hello, you're watching NSG News and this is the hot seat. And in the interest of Ghana must work, Ghana can work, we want Ghana to work. Please do share the video, subscribe to the channel, like it, and forward to other Ghana-loving Ghanaians. Welcome. Professor Hanke, as it is commonly said, Professor of Applied Economics. And he's sitting in America, and he knows very beautifully how Ghana's economy and city is performing. Not stepping foot in Ghana. But anyway, we are back because he is back. He doesn't want to leave Ghana alone. His fixation on Ghana is unwavering. And we still maintain it's with one reason only: to destabilize Ghana and dollarize the Ghana. You can check with our previous videos where we talked about the dollarization agenda. He has said it specifically. Get rid of the local currency. In effect, use American dollar. Professor Hanke was out on Twitter again, and this time round, the usual blah, 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 Ghana's inflation is 104.34% year on. And this time round, he's having a go at our statistical services. What did he say? The Ghana Statistical Service just keeps producing rubbish. That is what Professor Hanke said. Professor Steve Hanke, as it is said, Professor of Applied Economics of John Hopkins University. It is your statistics that is rubbish. It is your projections concerning Ghana that is out of alignment. You just want to create the situation where that whatever comes from Ghana is not good enough, as it has always been. No, it is your statistical figures concerning Ghana's inflation and city. That is what is rubbish. You can't sit in America and continuously fixated on Ghana and insulted our leadership from the president to vice president right down to every individual that is of a high ranking as far as politics is concerned. And now you want us not to believe or to trust our statistical service, so you've come again. No, we don't trust your figures. You are American trained. You are an economist for America, to work in the interest of America. Back off Ghana and leave us alone. Anyway, Professor Hanke has the time to go on Twitter to write these sort of things about Ghana, its economy, and Ghana city and leadership. Yes, we at first hand we are telling you, since all the media in Ghana refused to give any counter views about Professor Hanke's behavior, NSG News, the hot seat. We do, because we are a patriotic channel. We love Ghana. We believed in Ghana. We know Ghana can perform well if all the unseen faces that keep poking their fingers into our affairs will stop. We are not stupid. No, we are not. Ghanaians are intelligent. They are smart. But the unseen faces that continually and forever will not let us rest in Ghana as well as Africa is the reason. Why is the hot seat still upset at Professor Hanke? We were not only having a go at Professor Hanke, we didn't only come out to say Professor Hanke is a propagandist with one interest only: to get Ghana to dollarize, so that American dollar is seen to be the strongest in the world. If there's any currency that should be questionable in the now, is the American dollar. How much currency, fiat currency, did Biden and his administration print and still printing? Professor Hanke, do you have answer to that? Leave Ghana alone. And when we say it on the hot seat, Some Ghanaians are sitting down there saying that, oh yes, because our leaders are not doing well. Yes, even if our leaders are not doing well, it is not Professor Hanke's job to tell us how to do it. And the way he's doing it is not how it is done. He knows it. He knows. Speculation is another way of destabilizing a country's economy as well as its currency. He knows it. And our media is sitting down there, will only carry his report without any counter views or even any input from our country and leaders. It's unacceptable. Our media in Ghana is a failure. And we continue. Why do we say we still maintain that he is a propagandist? And with one interest only, for Ghana to be dissatisfied with its economy and also its currency and get dollarized. What does that mean? We use dollar as an official currency. We will not do that. Professor Hanke, back off. Now, we are not only on our channel, The Hot Seat, saying that he is a propagandist. We not only say that, as we believed that we are the only patriotic channel as far as Ghana is concerned, we contacted Professor Hanke. Yes, we did. Inviting him over this show so we can ask him direct questions as far as Ghana people are concerned. He gave an excuse, but the hot seat, we say he's afraid to come to the hot seat because he knows we will ask him questions that will expose him. Professor Hanke, the invitation is still open. If you are not scared, if you're not a propagandist, if you're not only working in the interest to destabilize Ghana and to get Ghana to use its American dollar as its official currency, come on the show. Come on the show and answer questions. I am ready for you. But he refused. We contacted him on the 6th January. He responded to us. Thank you, Professor Hanke, for responding. We appreciate you for that. He responded and said on the 10th January and said, he is so busy. Professor Hanke, you are so busy not to come on this show for just 15 minutes or even maximum 20 minutes, but you are not busy, you're not too busy tabulating your figures to say Ghana's inflation is 105 plus and put it on the internet. You have time for that, but you don't have time to come and answer questions. Anyway, the hot seat, NSG News, we didn't give up. We followed up with Professor Hanke and said, okay, if you're so busy, give us the time when you are available. We even say he should give us a time when he is available. Professor Hanke is back again. He responded again. Thank you for responding to our correspondence. He responded and said, yeah, he is really, really busy. Okay. So we responded back to say, all right, Professor Hanke, our invitation to the hot seat to answer questions as far as Ghana and people are concerned with your speculative figures and your fixation on Ghana's economy and Ghana's CD. We're still open. When you're ready, let us know. What did Professor Hanke do? He replied this time round and sent us articles that he wrote on the measurement of Zimbabwe's hyperinflation. Yes, that's what he sent to us. As you can see on my side, that is it. On the measurement of Zimbabwe's hyperinflation. And that caught my attention. Why is Professor Hanke sending me an article on the measurement of hyperinflation? But anyway, I'll read just I'll call it the introductory statement as far as that document or that article is concerned. Zimbabwe experienced the first hyperinflation of the 21st century. The government terminated the reporting of official inflation statistics. However, prior to the final explosive month of Zimbabwe's hyperinflation, we demonstrated that standard economic theory can be applied to overcome his apparent insurmountable data problems. In consequence, we are able to produce the only reliable record of the second highest inflation in world history. You can go and read those articles. Why is Professor Hanke telling us about the hyperinflation of Zimbabwe? In effect, I'm going to read another. He sent us 2 articles. I'll read another one, and then you will see why Professor Hanke is so fixated and his speculative inflation figures is about 50%, and he kept it at 100% for Ghana. Anyway, that's what he sent to us in his response. The next article he sent to us in response is on measuring the hyperinflation, Venezuela's episode. These 2 countries, what do they have in common? You answer that for yourself. Now, anyway, the key points in this article is Venezuela now exhibits the 57th historic episode of hyperinflation as measured in the Hanke Cross, yes, the name is Hanke Cross World Hyperinflation Table. The same table I believe is using for Ghana to spook us into getting dissatisfied with our country and our nation, our economy, our city, and our inflation, even though inflation is a problem around the world. As a result of the senseless and humanless lockdowns, he sees it as an opportunity to get Ghana to dollarize, and that is his ultimate goal. If Ghana's leadership and Ghanaians as a whole thinks that Professor Hanke's behavior is in the interest of Ghana, you got to rethink again. Wean yourself off the slave mentality that if it's from the West, it is the best. We are in the global village. Of course, we can do business together. You can live wherever you want to live, actually. But Professor Hanke's behavior is unacceptable. And he's refusing to come on the channel. Yes, because he's afraid. Because he knows that we are right. He's a propagandist working to destabilize Ghana's economy for his benefit, to get another victim for American dollar. Or he will say they have helped to dollarize Ghana. How beneficial it is for Ghana to dollarize, I don't know. It just takes competition away. That I can say. The next bullet point on that document is entry to the hyperinflation data set depends on 3 qualifying criteria. Inflation rate greater than 50%. Did you hear what I said earlier on? Why Professor Hanke's speculative figure has kept Ghana's inflation above 50. He is saying that to enter on the hyperinflation table, this is what it is. You should have an inflation greater than 50% per month. The persistence of this rate for at least 30 consecutive days. No wonder he's becoming every month to remind us that our, our inflation is above 100%. He is for us. And therefore, since he kept doing it, and Ghanaians are still carrying on tirelessly, tough, strong, intelligent, smart, hardworking people carrying on and minding their own business, he now have to come and attack our statistical services. That their data is rubbish. Professor Hanke, it is your data. Your data is rubbish. If you think it's not rubbish, if you think you're not a propagandist, your interest is not only to get rid of Ghana's cedi, which is the Ghana's local currency, I'll call it, come on the show. I am ready for you. And I have questions for you from Ghana and People Point. If you say you're not scared, you're not afraid, you're not a propagandist, and your interest is not to get Ghana dollarized, as you have said in other interviews, come on the show. Anyway, go and read for yourself. These ones, I didn't even go searching. He sent it to me on measuring hyperinflation, Venezuela's episode. That is Professor Hanke's information that he has sent to us. Anyway, we thought to respond after he has come on the Twitter again saying Ghana Statistical Service just keeps producing rubbish. No. Ghana Statistical Service is not rubbish. It is your statistical figures concerning Ghana's inflation and Ghana cedi that is rubbish. Your fixation on Ghana's economy and Ghana as a country to get Ghana to dollarize, to get another victim for American dollar. Renew your mind about Ghana. We thought to talk about this and to remind Professor Hanke that our invitation is still open. And if he thinks he's too busy to come on this show, then he should stop saying negative things about Ghana's economy, leadership, and our statistical board. Till we come your way, God bless Mother Ghana. Long live the Fourth Republic. And in the interest of Ghana must work, let's stay vigilant, alert, intelligent, and smart, and not fall victim to some very interesting characters who have been playing since the foundation of the earth to make sure countries like Ghana and Africa never survive and live, but to be at the mercy of their wickedness.